Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait. Comrade Lante Oriente. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow us and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. Make Comrade Show. Wait.
Yes. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, depending on where you are joining us from. This is the Comrade Show, and of course, we are going to be giving some updates today on a live, program right now going on. Still on the Edo Street Lights project, a project initiated by the Comrade Show. And of course, in collaboration with well many Edo people all across the world. As I speak with you today, the team, they are currently somewhere around Ogida quarters installing the street lights. And of course, I'm trying to establish a connection with them. And as soon as we get that, of course, we're going to get the team live. And so we can do a follow-up on what they are doing and where they are. For those who may not know, who are probably joining us for the very first time, this is the Comrade Show project in collaboration with many Edo people all across the world. And what we are doing is to put street lights, across various places in Edo State. And this program has been ongoing. And Edo people who are light angels have been donating these lights. Of course, there are very many prominent light angels who have donated lights towards this program, and of course we are grateful to all of them. Some of them are online right now. Of course, Patience Irabo is in fact, she's an archangel, a Do archangel, who supports Do development, and I thank her so much, Patience Irabo. Of course, I equally see David Manuel, lovely Faith Omerigi, First Mercy of Mosusi. Thank you guys for joining us. Of course, we are taking our time to try to establish connection. So far, it's been very challenging. I hope that we're able to get that through. But before we do that, before we go get this connection through, in the course of the last 1 to 2 months since we started this project, of course, we have encountered so many scenarios in those states that for us, they are not good enough. They are not good enough. And while, we expect the effort of government, to continue to meet the needs of Edo people, we are craving the endurance of all Edo people to see areas we can key into to support our people. It's very important. We've come across roads that are not motorable. We've come across there's so much difficulty in the land, there's so much gap in infrastructural development, and Today, one major song in the lips of everybody is the issue of course, insecurity. For us on the Comrade Show, we cannot put blame on the state government when it comes to do the issue of security. As much as we are following up, we are near satisfied that what government is doing is, of course, is what is expected. So far, so good. We heap all the blame on the federal government. The policies and the execution of policies of the federal government is such that it's anti the people. That is such that shows that they don't care about us. And so, to that extent, I had a conversation with somebody yesterday, a very lengthy conversation, and I told the person, this is the truth. This is the truth. The future of Nigeria is bleak. It's not one that instills confidence. Okay? And there is, we cannot see an end in sight. Just recently, what's his name? Some students were, abducted and kidnapped in Kaduna State. And I have footages of these children suffering in the hands of terrorists because kidnapping has become some sort of a trade, and these guys were requesting hundreds of millions from the federal government. It was a direct arrangement to say, federal government, we want you to come and bail them out, with ransom and all of that. I hear that, of course, they have been released. Well, if that is true, what condition, everything, we are trying to follow up to get. As soon as I get any information, I will probably let us know. But definitely, these guys were serious. You understand? I'm saying all of this now just to try to buy time before I establish a contact with my people on the ground and all of that. But I'm going to play footage or two, you understand, concerning this particular matter. So at the end of the day, while we talk of insecurity, we look at it within the wider Nigerian space and all that. We look at those states, okay? And when I look at the future of Nigeria, suppose there is no Nigeria in a few years' time, which is a possibility, because agitations right now, they are mounting. We have them from the Eastern Security people, or no, from the what's its name, the Biafra. A lot of agitation there, huge number of people from the East, they want to go their way. Now, pressure is mounting in the West for the Oduduwa community. They probably want to go their way. So there's a lot of things going on. Pressure is mounting on fragmenting Nigeria to make everybody go their way. Now, while some of us are hopeful that Nigeria can go through all of these challenges and probably bounce back, respect, and of course take advantage of the genuine opportunities, okay, that lie in our diversity. We are hoping, and it is what we wish for. However, the possibility of a fragmented Nigeria in the near future is equally very high. Therefore, for those of us who are from Edo State, it's pertinent, it's important for us to concentrate a lot of our energy on how Edo State is going to develop. Because at the end of the day, if there is no Nigeria tomorrow, there will always be Edo State. If there is no Nigeria today, tomorrow, there will always be Edo State. And so therefore, while we, stress ourselves, do a lot of things to contribute our own voice towards the hope that Nigeria can get our house together, the people who make up the federal government can understand the reality of the threat facing us, definitely will keep on pushing practically and in all ways to ensure that we have an Edo State that can, be very well sustained, as it were. Just let me take this call and hello. 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 You call. Hey, worry brokers, mama. I will call you as soon as I'm through. If I ever have the mind to call you, I'll call you when I'm through. Call you. We'll see. So these are the things, and it is a major reason why we embarked on the Edo Street Lighting project, because we know that light itself, contributes hugely, towards development, contributes hugely towards security. Just suppose the whole of Edo State was lighted. Just suppose. I am sure that the issue of insecurity today will not be this deep. And so while we are doing our bit, we expect the government, of Godwin Obaseki that have made promises to equally do what government needs to do. Okay, and that's why we are trying to see how we can, galvanize support to provide light, particularly in those areas that may not easily get government's attention. Okay, so that we will combine all of them together. At the end of the next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, we can take a look back and say, okay, Edo State is truly moving forward. But this time, we can be proud to say that the advancement of Edo State is not predicated solely on what government is doing, but what all of us are able to come together to do. In the last few days, my team went somewhere. The site for us is very precarious. We are looking at it and still looking at possibilities. And of course, I'm using this medium to want you to watch this and see the possibility of you equally being part of the process of changing this environment. Okay? What I saw, of course, we've seen a lot of these all across the state, but I'm sure that we can galvanize support from amongst ourselves to see how we can begin to address some of these things. You understand? And the ones we can push to government, we push to government. We know that the enormity of what government has to do is huge. Okay? And so we would like to tap in on those things that will not be too much of a strain to us as individuals. And we will put them together. They'll be useful enough to do something, no matter how small, no matter how big. But at the end of the day, every little effort is a contribution towards societal development. And this is where we stand. This is where we, from this Comrade Show, actually stand. And that is exactly what we are doing, is what we'll continue to do. But watch this footage. And of course, we're going to discuss it as soon as we get back.
This is Felix Elema Street off Ruben Ago Avenue off Upper Adesua. It's become a refuse dump. The road has been closed. As you can see, it's now an erosion site. The road has been abandoned. The road has been abandoned. The road has been abandoned. The place is very, very dark at night. You can't pass here in the night because it's even an hideout for armed robbers, bandits, kidnappers, because the road has been abandoned. I'm calling on well-meaning Edo individuals across the globe to support the Comrade Show in grading and sand-filling this road so that it will be passable, and we are also going to install 20 units of solar power street light from the beginning to the end so that it will be bright at night. Thank you and God bless you. This is Felix Elema Street. Remain my humble self, Comrade Amedi Omoroge, and I am at Felix Elema Street for a finding mission. The road is in a deplorable condition, and this place is always dark at night. I'm here with a respondent who want to tell us more about this area. Thank you.
Good afternoon and good morning wherever you are viewing this from. I'm Osamoje. This is Felix Elema Road, and it's in a terrible condition that I decided to relocate from here. But when I saw the Comrade Show by our comrade Auntie Lamti Oriaki, I felt that there is succor and there is hope at the end of the channel. So I decided to come to make this appeal. First of all, to say thank you for remembering those of us here. And I'm grateful to all Edolites in diaspora. I've seen a lot. You've been doing lighting and everything. I think you can still help out in this situation. Like the The comrade normally feels and says that everything cannot be done by the government. And I know, as patriotic Edolites and Nigerians, you've done a lot and you can still do. We want to say thank you in advance. This is Felix Elema Street. By the time we came in here, this road was motorable. We could drive in from Upper Adesua down to Ruben Ago. But for some years now, this road is abandoned. The sad thing about the road is that most of them who have houses on this road, either they have relocated. The last house on this road has relocated to Lagos. The one by my right, is a widow that is really staying there. She lost her husband. The husband was sick for a long time. On my own, I have tried to do some grading one time or the other, but a one-man show could not really solve the problem because it's much more than what a single person can do. You can see by my right here, they've turned it into a farm because as if there is no road. And right as you get in there, you can see debris of a house of deaths brought from the opposite end. Those have relocated their gates to the other side of the road. They've now turned their back to a dustbin. Not only that, at night you can find that this place is really very lonely, very quiet. You can't get out because the road is at a break. You can't get to the end of the road. So if you have any problem, some crisis, you find that you'll be stuck at the middle of the road. There's no way to escape. So it makes it a bit very, very dangerous. And you can trust Benin. I know Comrade wants his place, Edo State, to be a safe haven. And because of that, I'm appealing to him to use his good office, his good works has been doing, to see how this road can be given a palliative measures before the rains come. The rains are already coming, and it's not going to be easy. It's going to be worse. So that's why I'm calling on Comrade Lati Oriahi to come to our aid. And the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We can see that they are true Nigerians who still love this country. No matter, although they are in diaspora, but they have a heart for Edo State. They have a heart to help the citizens of Edo State. Thank you.
Anyhow, Nigerians and Edo people across the world, our attention was drawn to this Felix Elema Road. Of course, my sympathy and compassion is drawn to the other situation. Of course, what we have done so far, we have gone to carry out an assessment of the entire area. There's a feasibility, there's a possibility that this thing can be done. And we have equally deployed some members of our own volunteer team to reach everybody who has a house along that road and see how we can raise a contribution from them. Okay? And when we succeed at doing that, we will now look at how much we are able to raise from them, and then we'll now look at how much we can galvanize every other person who share our own enthusiasm for supporting this community, to see what we can contribute to make it up. We are looking at employing the service of a grader to grade the roads. But first, we want to clear the debris, because some part of the road is now being used as a dustbin site, and all over where they drop bins and all those kind of things. And so it's precarious. And unfortunately, this is actually in the GROA. You understand what I'm saying now? So I'm actually giving this update on this Felix Elema Road because I've not been able to establish contact through our own software with our team on the ground. but I've connected with them on my phone, and I'm going to want. Comrade, can you give us updates where we are right now and what we are doing? Okay, they are around Use Secondary School in Ogida quarters right now installing lights. Comrade, please, I want you guys to still make attempts to join us so that we can have this holding this telephone matter on the hand like this. It's not really giving me exactly what I like to get. You understand? See how, whether you guys can stay, join us, directly on this software so we can have a clearer picture for the people. So the president this is a go. I will say it's a go local government, isn't it? What, can you say that again? Use quarters. Use quarters. Okay, they are currently at Use quarters installing lights, and of course, please say who is the donor of these lights? Okay, these lights were donated by Miss Osabohie. 5 units of lights, of course, being installed right now. Of course, we are grateful to Miss Osabohie for her effort and her contribution in this light. And we hope that some other people around the neighborhood will, join her in this gesture. And of course, let's progressively make Edo a better place. But talking about what's it called, Felix Elema. Comrade, you went to Felix Elema. Can you give us a little update on Felix Elema and the outcome of your, on the site assessment?
Because of the condition of the road. The road is now a one-sided road, and people are afraid to even come out of their houses at night. Thank you.
Thank you very much, comrades. Anyway, that has been part of the effort that we have put in on the talking of the on-the-site assessment that we have gone to we have carried out. Of course, this road, by the grace of God, we are going to do our best to bring it to the attention of government, and hope that this road is able to receive, some attention. But given the programs of government and the arrangements that we probably have, some idea of, our concern majorly is government already has some target things, and they're already doing some things, some very huge, things already across the state and all of that. This is why we are thinking that, people can actually come together and see what can be done, to provide some palliative measures. Okay, and we expect government will come and do a more permanent arrangement and all of that. So Felix Elema is up for, for the attention of everybody. And of course, this is why we're talking about it and all of that. The reason why I'm a bit grieved by some of these scenarios is because Felix Elema is not alone. We have so many infrastructures in the state that ought to promotes development, okay, and they are in dilapidated states. They all need attention. So many. And sometimes even in our Latin program, when I look at the vast Edo State area and all of that, we don't want to be discouraged. We just want to keep on doing what we are doing, and that's why we're encouraging, every Edo person, to pick up the idea of, supporting this project. Not just about a light project. There's so many other things, that people, even the ones that we probably may not have thought of, that people can actually come up with and all of that, and see how we can all come together, to support all of these things, because all of these we have to make Edo State grow. I think the reason why we are doing this, it's because we want to bring everybody to that level of awareness that that our state is going to grow. Cannot be, it cannot be on the account of just one person, because the person is a governor or because the person is a local government chairman. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we're able to look at the small pictures around us, and we're able to key ourselves into these small pictures around us, before you know what is happening, as a people, collectively, before you know what is happening, of course, we're able to change our state. Somebody called me the other day, he was going to make a contribution. The person was very happy that we are doing what we are doing right now. He told me he's schooled in the East. And when he was in the East, the village where he had his hostel, where he rented a house, he was surprised that that village was even more developed than the towns around. And he was wondering, only for him to understand that everything that has to do with development in that village came from the people from that village. The roads, the boreholes, the lights, the everything. You understand what I'm saying? The initiative from the people from the world, they didn't have to wait for anybody. And I think that, we can, as sad as it is, because we have gone through so much devastation in the hands of governments previously from time to time, you understand what I'm saying? It is not too late for us to seek a newer world in this direction. You understand? We are so used to it has to be the job of the government. It has to be the job of the government. But my exposure to some of these from other societies, I kind of come to realize that everything cannot be about the government, and that's why I'm talking about this. So my people, right now, I still cannot establish. Okay, I'm getting a caller. Yes, accept. Okay. Hello. Good morning, madam.
Oh, hello, sir.
I greet you. Oyelaja, God bless you. She's a light angel. I want to quickly establish that.
Sorry?
I said, go ahead. I'm just saying that you are a light angel. I'm on live broadcast.
You're on live now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to contribute,
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Go
Sorry
ahead.
about that.
No worries.
Thing is, the project you're talking about, the refuse thing, yeah?
Yes.
The thing is, if we, for instance, do a contribution and we make it work, my question and concern is, how do we intend to maintain and keep it going?
Okay.
That's a big one.
Yeah, it's a big one, but I think it's quite a small one. First, what I'm looking at, we are not even looking at a permanent solution. We are looking at a palliative solution. Okay, a solution that would, that will be palliative, upon which we can now will be able to hammer on government, okay, to now do something that is more permanent. Because if government is coming in, they're not going to do a palliative arrangement. And if government is coming in, because of protocols and all those things, you find out it's going to take some time. Are you following what I'm saying now?
Okay.
So,
yes, I am.
So what we are looking at, those palliative arrangements, that would even encourage government to say, well, if people have been able to do this, then we have no reasons not to do our best to support. You understand what I'm saying now?
Okay.
And that is the area that we are looking at. So we cannot do a permanent arrangement because it's expensive to do a permanent arrangement. So we are looking at that palliative arrangement that can be in place, and eventually, you know, we have a standpoint to now draw government attention into the matter.
Okay, that's an amazing idea. It's a good one.
Yes.
I support it.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you,
bless,
sir.
man. Yeah.
Bye.
So I think I have my people live right now, and I can get them to talk to us. Yes, Comrade, thank you very much. You guys have been able to connect. Tell us quickly, where are we?
Yes, we are at Ute Road by Ute Secondary School in Ute Quarters, Benin City. And this light we are installing here is Tosi Miss Osaboye, and this is the third unit we have just installed. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The people in that environment, I'm usually interested in this. How are they feeling about this?
So well, you can see the reaction. You can see the reaction. They are so happy. They are so happy of them. We are the best. They are so happy. Thank you.
Hello, sir. How are you, sir?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. God bless you.
Good evening.
How do you feel, sir? We have come to install lights.
Thank you. I feel very happy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, how is this place at night? It's always dark now. So today now, they are getting like, yeah.
Okay. It's not a very long street.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a very long stretch.
Okay, it's a long
we are
stretch.
putting this the lane at the side.
Okay.
Yes. It's undeveloped.
Okay. 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 But by your estimation, comrade, how many lights will take the whole road?
The whole road, it will be more than because they've done it halfway from the popular Palace. They've done
Okay.
it up to halfway. So
Okay.
to take down is going to be more than 60 to 70 lights. That's to show you how
Okay.
long the street is.
Oh, that's a long stretch. Where okay, now that this woman has contributed 5 to her own square, hopefully that may galvanize the people, you know, right there to equally, you know, see how much they themselves can, you know, contribute towards, you know, taking it further. It's important. What do you call the road again?
Ute Road. Ute Secondary School Road. Secondary School Road.
Use Secondary School Road.
Yeah.
Okay. So, those people across the world, this is Use Secondary School Road where our people are currently installing lights. These lights were donated by. Please, can you remind me the donor of these lights, please? Let me take note of that.
Osaboye.
Okay, was donated by Mrs.
Osaboye.
Sabohian, Mrs. Osabohian. Thank you very much. So we are grateful to Mrs. Sabohian, whose you know gesture it is to be part of this program. She's a light angel, contributed lights you know to this project, and we are glad. And of course, you can see the team on the ground. They are you know lighting up everywhere right now. From this night, this place is going to be you know hugely transformed because the lights are going to come up automatically, and of course the story of this area will no longer be the same again because of these lights. And of course this has been this gesture by very many Edo people all across the world, and so we are equally calling on all Edos wherever we are. For those who believe they can be part of this, we really encourage you to be part of it. Donate light to your street. Donate light to your neighborhood where you grew up. Donate light to Edo State. You know, donate light. Let's get it going. When you donate a light, you become a light angel, and that is why, for every light donated, you know, your name is inscribed on the light, and of course, you know, we can tell you where your light is. you know, and of course you can monitor the process itself and all of that. So this is what the program really, you know, is about. And while we are doing all this all across the state, of course, you know, with the support of the people donating lights to this project, you know, we're actually identifying some little things here and there that we think that self-help can help to, you know, support and of course make huge contributions to and all that. So this is what this whole project is about. So as for Felix Elema Street, okay, we are very sure that given the right, you know, resources, the right environment, that's why we want to go to that street. We are already on that, you know, to of course galvanize support, you know, from the people who live there. You understand? Because the street is terrible now. It's in a terrible shape. And we'll come and grade the road. You understand what I'm saying? Now we are already able to do that. We have struck a deal with you know, a company that gives us a good price to grade road. You know, they said they work 8 hours a day. And so we're able to grade that road and we'll be able to equally put street lights on that road and all of that. So of course the coming day we're going to be calling for support to see how we can embark on this. And of course we're going to mark quite a number of orders, okay, to see how we can. The reason why we're considering this is because there is no way this road right now is a major part of what government is planning for. You understand what I'm saying? And so we want to see what we can do. For those who may not have, you know, seen this, but I don't know, play the excerpt again for us to see what is happening at Felix Elema Road.
It's off Ruben Ago Avenue, off Upper Adesua. It's become a refuse dump. The road has been closed. As you can see, it's now an erosion site. The road has been abandoned. The road has been abandoned. The road has been abandoned. The place is very, very dark at night. You can't pass here in the night because it's even an hideout for armed robbers, bandits, kidnappers, because the road has been abandoned. I'm calling on well-meaning Edo individuals across the globe to support the Comrade Show in grading and sand-filling this road so that it will be passable, and we are also going to install 20 units of solar power street light from the beginning to the end so that it will be bright at night. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much.
This still remains my humble self, Comrade Amedi Omoroge, and I am at Felix Elema Street for a finding mission. The road is in a deplorable condition and this place is always dark at night. I'm here with a respondent who want to tell us more about this area. Thank you.
Good afternoon and good morning wherever you are viewing this from. I'm Osamuche. This is Felix Elema Road, and it's in a terrible condition that I decided to relocate from here. But when I saw the Comrade Show by our comrade Auntie Lamti Oriaki, I felt that there is succor and there is hope at the end of the channel. So I decided to come to make this appeal. First of all, to say thank you for remembering those of us here, and I'm grateful to all Edolites in diaspora. I've seen a lot. You've been doing lighting and everything. I think you can still help out in this situation. Like the comrade normally feels and says that everything cannot be done by the government. And I know as patriotic Edolites and Nigerians, you've done a lot and you can still do. We want to say thank you in advance. This is Felix Elema Street. By the time we came in here, this road was motorable. We could drive in from Upper Adesua down to Ruben Ago. But for some years now, this road is abandoned. The sad thing about the road is that most of them who have houses on this road, either they have relocated. The last house on this road has relocated to Lagos. The one by my right, is a widow that is really staying there. She lost her husband. The husband was sick for a long time.
Anyway, this road, Felesalema Road in off Giwa Amo, is in a bad shape, and so we're going to see what we can do to provide a palliative measure to get it back alive, and hopefully expect that government will at some point, give a permanent solution to it, a more permanent solution, a more stable solution. And so we are going to drive for that, and we are hoping that if you are watching and you want to support the process, please don't hesitate to get across to the Comrade Show. As we speak right now, we're installing light at Use Secondary School Road. I think that's what I was told just now. Okay, the guys are working right now and they're installing street lights. Of course, we want to thank the donor of the light. I just not forget his name again, But I just want to thank the donor. I'll try to sort the person's name out so that I don't miss it out for her support. And we are grateful to her. We are grateful for every light donor. Okay, everybody who's supporting the Comrade Show, of course, with this light. Because without you guys, there's no way we can be on site. Because all of you, collectively and individually, you love the state and want the state to grow. And so on that note, I want to say, please, if you are there, support the Comrade Show project, particularly this street lighting project. If you cannot, just give a light to the global program that we are doing, where we are identifying places, and of course we are putting lights in those places, light up your street. A light is for the 5,000 naira only. They are solar power street lights, and when you donate a light, we inscribe your name on the lights. It will be something like this, like this inscription is carrying right now, and all of that. We have been to so many places. You understand what I'm saying? Huh? This is part of what the outcome is like we are showing you right now. These are some of the places we've been to, and of course, this is how transformed these areas. Some of these areas have become, and all that. This is Anigboro Street, for instance. So this program has been ongoing, and since we started, we have already crossed the threshold of 200. We are now chasing 300 lights that we have installed so far across different parts of Edo State. But courtesy the people who are donating these lights, and that's why we are, each time our guys are on site, we always come here. So of course, bring to us the awareness of what is happening, and let us know that we cannot be part of this. The more we are part of it, the better. You understand what I'm saying now? But I'm going to round off here because I know in less than an hour time I'll be live again. We are going to be having the Comrade Show, and on this occasion we are going to be, of course, we'll be hosting, the president and maybe an executive member of the Edo Dynasty. Edo Dynasty is an organization that is equally committed to promoting, the good of Edo State, to promoting development in Edo State. And we are glad to announce too that Edo Dynasty is partnering with the Comrade Show, particularly for this Edo Lighting project, and we are grateful to them. But so they will be coming to tell us about Edo Dynasty, by 5 o'clock. And thereafter, of course, we have some other national issues we're going to be talking about. So on that note, my people, I want to say a very thank you to those who have joined us. It was imperative for me to come online right now, so that I just talk about, give updates on where we are right now. Remember that the guys are currently at Use Secondary School Road, where they are installing some units of street lights. So on that note, my people, I want to say a very big thank you for joining us. If you are there, help share the broadcast. Let's get it across to a number of people, and let's keep it going. Let's understand that our commitment to developing Edo State is our collective responsibility, not just for one person. On that note, bye for now. I'll see you in less than an hour.
Make Comrade Show way. Comrade Lamte Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. Peace.